Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2016, Billy Corgan's NWA. Sorry for the delay. It's been a while. We actually had some channel corruption, some episodes that got all wonky, so we kind of had to redo some stuff. But we're back after a bit of a delay, and we're going to have a bunch of episodes coming out all the next week. So don't worry, we'll make it up. We are week 3 right now, which is, we're almost back to where we started from the very beginning of the show, which is kind of insane. We're still having money problems though. That's always been what's been plaguing the show. We look up here, we're still doing just no money. But the good news is our morale is pretty good. Like if you look here, we're not really having any major morale issues. People seem to be positive for the most part, but really the money's still the issue. But I think the Starcade plan's good because if you look here, like we're doing $20K in TV revenue, right? So like that's pretty good. Like we're making some cash. And I think if we play it smart and we play who we're gonna have on these shows, we're not going to spend that big money because we do have some money problems, right? But we also have some real big problems with how much people cost for us. So that's something we kind of have to look at because it definitely could be a problem. But, we'll see how we do here. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so, if you look here, we do have some smaller, lower cost wrestlers, but we do have some high ones that we really have to kind of worry about. But, maybe we start using some of these guys that cost a little bit less. Josephus here, for example. We got to play it smart, but I think if we play it smart, we got a road map to some success here. We do have our department warnings, but that's fine. That's been pretty good. And our momentum's starting to build up. We were at 1. Our rankings, meh. Not much we can do about that, to be honest. Excuse me. At this point, but we'll move on from there. We'll move up as we go. All right, we're back here. Let's see what's going on. So some pay raise requests, contract negotiations, the usual. We did extend Mike Verna's. We do have an issue going forward that we'll have to worry about with some of the contracts, but we'll get there when we get there. Rory, you're not worth $720 to me. He's gonna get mad, but I might just give him half. Whatever. Rex, Tessa, I won't make Tessa mad. Adam Page, what do you want? So, okay, so we got Adam. He's going to be contract negotiations for us. So get him here a little bit longer. Anything pertaining to us here? Not really. All right, well, let's just go ahead to the show. All right, so we are here for our show. Looks like we've been booked in the Southwest, which is weird. I wonder if we screwed up the show. I can't really look at it. I wonder, because we should be set in the Midwest is our area. So I was curious why we were, am I right? Yeah, no, not Southwest. Southwest is not where we're in the Midwest. So we'll have to fix that. I think we screwed that up there. Not a big deal I think we could fix it. I don't think we could fix it now, but we could fix it in between shows and it shouldn't be a problem. Just pick our best venue, I think. Let's take the Plymouth County Fair might be ours here. We had 1,100, so we're looking for a place that's going to be cheap enough. So this is going to hold 13. It's not a hotbed. It's got a community. What does a community size mean? Affects potential levels. 80% is considered neutral, so it's just a little bit higher than neutral. It's county fair. It's kind of weird, but I think it'll go good because we'll hold enough people. And if we sell out, I think we can boost in momentum. So even if we can't contain it, it might not be the worst thing for us. We are on our Hulu Plus. I have a feeling that I screwed up its location. I don't think we can fix it now. Yeah, it's all grayed out for schedules and broadcasting, so I can't change it now, but we can change it in between. I just have to remember. It's not a big deal, but I just don't want to get screwed over and put it somewhere stupid. We are at 76% backstage rating, and we got some good relationships with people, but looks like Chuck and Sammy still don't like each other. Our backstage rules are also having a positive impact, which is nice. We do have some absent workers, with just Rhonda and Cody, which we know. Let's try to meddle. I think we're going to try to turn that relationship with Sammy and Chuck into something positive. So if I do some positive meddling, and I pick Sammy here, where are you? There you are. And Chucky T. Let's do some positive meddling. Oh! So... Okay, that didn't work. I just made it a whole lot worse. Holy crap. So they just hate each other now. Oh, God. I should not have done that. Well, at least Adam Page likes everybody. All right, well, let's go book this show. I'll be right back. Oh, man. All right, we are back for our episode of Starrcade. Couple segments, running it lean. Hopefully, it will be financially viable. Let's go ahead and book it and see what happens. So, opening the show, just an exhibition. We've got Lennon Sloan and Ho-Ho Loon. Lennon is out there just kind of taking a win from Ho-Ho, who's been kind of one of our jobbers. Defeats him really quick. It's not a great match. Does get the show off to a good start with the match type, which was a work the crowd. Lennon really carrying the performance with 41, which is kind of shocking. They didn't really click, which is kind of surprising, but we'll have to keep that in mind in the future, that they really don't work well together. Afterwards, we have a post-match. Lennon starts brutalizing Ho-Ho Loon after the match ends, to ring the bell a lot. And Mike Verna comes out, and he actually makes the save for Ho-Ho Loon and tries to push off his former tag team partner turned enemy, and he's yelling at him, and he seems to be trying to sway him back from his ways here. He's trying to say, listen, you're doing crazy things, you're being crazy, what's gotten into you, that kind of thing. It seems like he sees some good, or at least there's animosity there, but it seems like it's Mike Verna trying to turn him back from the dark side, I guess, from the communist side. And Mike Verna's not taking his wins or his losses to heart. It's like it's not over between them. Sloan looked great. Mike Verna underperformed. They didn't advance their storyline, did not gain or lose heat. D is not horrible. We'll see what goes on after this. So we have another backstage segment. This time, it's Paul Pinkie George. He ends up going backstage, and he enters Billy Corgan's office. And he starts kind of cackling. And he's like, "It's finally over, Billy," he says as he enters his office. "The board's finally agreed with me that you don't know how to run this company. It's hemorrhaging money. Talent is leaving at a record pace. We're not going anywhere, and we're a laughingstock of the wrestling community. They've allowed me to take this place over by enacting the Founders Clause." Billy does not have any idea what he's talking about. He's like, "What the hell are you talking about, Pinkie?" He's like, "Well," and Pinkie grins big, "in times of turmoil, when there's a split leadership in the NWA, the board of directors allows the Founders Clause to go through. It allows each partner to pick a champion to wrestle for majority control in the company. You pick yours, I'll pick mine. Whoever wins control of the NWA. And when I win, Billy, there's going to be some big changes here." So, we now know Pinkie's cards are on the table. We know what's going on here. They didn't improve. They did bad in this here, but we kind of needed them to do it. We did start a new storyline, the Founders Clause, a takeover. Angle did get the crowd hotter, which is good, so that did its job. But, neither of these guys really can perform at a level that we're getting a good rating for, so we got to keep that in mind to keep them to a minimum in this story. when possible. But now we know exactly what Pinkie's going to do. He's going to pick a wrestler to be his champion. Billy has to find his champion. And whoever wins that match will basically control all of the NWA. So Billy Corgan's reign in NWA could be coming to an end. So we also have another segment. We're kind of doing back-to-back-to-back segments, but it is a TV show instead of a wrestling show, so it's a little bit different in terms of the format. We have an interview with Hangman Page, and he's basically calls out Will Ospreay. He's telling Will Ospreay, he's like, you haven't had a fair challenger in a long time. I need gold in this company, and I can't think of another junior heavyweight that's in this company that's better than I am. Now, he's technically not a junior heavyweight, but for story purposes, I guess maybe he cut some weight or something like that. But, the weight divisions never really mean anything, right? It's all fake anyways. But he's calling out Will Ospreay. He's looking for gold. He lost his shot with Brian Pillman Jr. He lost, I think, twice now. But now he's calling out Will Ospreay, who hasn't had a real challenger in a while. Did it great. C-, not bad. And again, another backstage segment. I probably should have had some matches in between this, but it's just sort of how it shook out. Backstage, Josephus is sermonizing in his little boiler room, and he says, "We warned you. We warned you that the agents of darkness want to ruin this world, ruin this promotion, take its control from you, and that the only salvation is through us. Now we must do what we must. We will take control of this territory by force, belt by belt. Only then can it be saved. Only then will you see the light that is the salvation through us. You won't like this future, but it's the only future you have." So, Josephus sounding a little bit more dead set in his goals, and you kind of have to wonder if the vision of the future that he's been claiming to prophesize has something to do with Pinkie's control, potential control in the company. Is this sort of a way for them to stop him, or is he aligning with them? Not really sure. Finally, a match on the show. We have Brian Pillman versus Jimmy Jacobs. It's actually a pretty good match. It's a C-. Brian Pillman defeats Jimmy Jacobs in 11 minutes with a pinfall with a tornado DDT. Actually, Brian Pillman's doing pretty well. He is a young lion, and he's really starting to perform to a pretty good capacity on this show, to a point where, I wouldn't be shocked if he's upper mid-carder soon. What did he get? He gets 61. Jimmy Jacobs only got a 41. It wasn't long ago that I feel like Brian Pillman was getting 37s, 36s, so his performance skills are really improving very quickly, to the point where he's putting on pretty damn good shows. Something to note, he's moving up. We really got a potential here. That's something. Did he improve any at all? No improved anything. But still, C-, 56% is really good for where he is now. Afterwards, we have a match, a post-match attack. Pillman's kind of celebrating his win. It was just an exhibition match, but obviously he still has a belt. And a cloaked disciple, Icarus, attacks him from behind, beats him up on the ground, takes his belt, and he smears red paint on it, and the symbol of a handprint. Maybe it looks like blood, that kind of thing. He's kind of signifying that Josephus just took a call to arms and said every belt will be theirs. And it seems like Icarus is kind of pointing to the field, pointing to the bleachers and saying that this is my belt, this is my shot, watch me take it. And sort of calling out Brian Pillman through actions to say that he is going to take this belt, he's going to strip it from him, and that he's going to kind of claim it for the cult itself. C does really well, gains heat for Brian Pillman's storyline. Didn't really improve anything at all for worker improvements, but still pretty good. Afterwards, we have another exhibition match. So this is Bull James versus Tim Storm. I just wanted to give these guys something to do. I wanted to give Tim Storm something to do. He's been in a lot of our tournaments, but not really made it that far. I just want to make sure that we have some of the legacy of the old NWA still doing stuff. Bull James came back from our negotiations. He got a rating of average for his gimmick, which isn't bad. They're both about evenly matched. 41 for Bull James, 38 for Tim Storms here. Didn't really improve anything. D-, not really a great match, but, we want to give him something to do. We have plans. Yeah, let's go on and move on. All right, so in our main event, wow, ooh, whoa, B-. Holy crap. So an exceptional match. Will Ospreay draws with Hangman Page in 12 minutes with a double countout. Both are beat up outside on the side of the stage. They couldn't get out there to get back in time. The crowd's buzzing. Huge performance. It's very harkening back to the back and forth between Tyler Bate and Will Ospreay. Maybe Hangman Page is right. Maybe he is the one to kind of take it from Ospreay. But that's kind of interesting. Great match. Really, Hangman Page was able to perform and prove himself. But what's really interesting, if you look down here, like Will Ospreay has an in-ring performance of 84, right? And Hangman Page only has a 58. So really, this match is B-, which might be the best we've had on this show. I'm very close. It was really mostly Will Ospreay, right? B- here. I mean, yeah, 54 or 58 for Hangman, 84 for Will Ospreay. Really feels like Ospreay was carrying this performance by a mile. I didn't know he had it in him. Wow, that's a great way to end the show. Bump this up to a C, which is not bad for us, 59%. Not a bad show for a Starrcade. Try to keep it pretty cheap, and I think we did for the most part. Some of these smaller ones, like the Sermon here, kind of hurt our overall rating. But overall, we're still improving our popularity, which is really what matters for this. We are looking a little bit worse for our broadcast quality, but it's only by one rival, and so that's not really affecting us. As long as we're continuing to increase our popularity, I think we're going to be fine. And I think those cost-saving efforts will work fine for us. So, not bad. Not a bad show at all. Pretty good. Some of these, that's crazy. 75 rating for Will Ospreay. That's something to keep in mind for as we move forward here. It's a shame he doesn't have any chemistry, though, because I would like to see both of them kind of do more together. Maybe their feud will be a little bit shorter lived, but we'll see. All right, here. Let's see what we got here. Decision. So, oh, no. Tim Storm's looking to retire. I'm going to ask him to reconsider. I actually have plans for Tim Storm. We still want to keep him around. I know he's not a great wrestler. All right, cool. So he will stay for another year. That's more than enough time. We have some plans for him. An extension offer for Defiant doesn't really matter. He's hurt, but that's fine. We can protect him. Oh, look at this. So I think previously we were at a 0.01 for a TV rating. So that's not bad. Oh, Luna doesn't get it. It comes working a crowd. Yeah, whatever, Raven. Just don't care what you have to say. 1,200 fans. So we almost booked it. We almost completely sold out. The show went down really well. I think it was like 1,250 was the max for that area. So not bad. That's really kind of doing what we want to do here. Go ahead and take a look. Just what our money is here. That's kind of what I want to see. So yeah, so we are doing about 20K a TV show, which is pretty good. Combine that with the ticket sales and adding in the extra pay-per-views, we're doing like about 16 a month of pay-per-view revenue. We're still paying a lot of workers here. That's the problem. But if we're doing the B-side teams like we were talking about, we might make it profitable. This might be the path, and we have another show in 6 days. So, we have Resolution, I think, is our next show. Let's take a look here. Yep, Resolution in the 3rd week of February. Going back to the beginning here, almost. It's crazy. So, yeah. I mean, I think we could turn it around profit-wise as long as we play it smart. And I think what we might end up doing is doing a show of just some hiring and firing, another future endeavored episode, where maybe we'll kind of look at the total amount that we're paying some of the roster, see if we can get some good talent going forward that is a little bit cheaper, so we can have that B team on Starcade and that there. Let's see. Just want to check on Cody real quick. I think I gotta go in medical. Yeah, we'll do it later. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.